You are sitting right next to people who took it out in like a couple hours flat the last time that happened. Cough, cough, Israel.
What we need is Iron Man.
Was flat the last time that happened. Cough, cough, Israel.
What we need is Iron Man.
Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. This is in fact flat the last time that happened. Sort of.
Hang on.
This is a tech test. Cough, cough. Also, you have a face cam.
I do, yes.
Hang on.
And, yeah, proper overlay.
Well, proper-ish.
Well, more proper than a lack of overlay.
This is true. And I'm using the better Twitch TV overlay thing rather than the T-board one. But I have T-board as well. So follower notifications are a thing.
Also, you are not playing Mist Online or Live.
Hey!
No, I know I was going to and then decided not to.
Wait a minute now.
Is this game in? It should be in the Twitch database. Oh well.
Yep, it's in.
Also, you forgot to move along in your title. As you can tell people nothing to see here, but we're not going to leave.
Well, yes, I know. It's fine. I didn't really expect you to leave.
The remains of the ship in front of you were once part of a puzzle we cut out of the Lost Coast. The original design of the puzzle was based on the idea of the player and the fisherman cooperating together to solve something. This was the type of puzzle we'd always wanted to attempt in Half-Life 2. Unfortunately, as development on Lost Coast neared the end, and this puzzle still wasn't finished, we decided to cut it. It's always painful to remove work, so we've tried to evolve a process for making those kinds of decisions. For example, with this puzzle we asked ourselves, is this puzzle actually fun? If not, how much work does it need to be fun? Does this puzzle fit within the purpose of Lost Coast? Would our customers appreciate this puzzle being finished more than they would appreciate, say, soldiers rappelling off the cliffside?
That's quite the accent.
In the end, it made more sense to put this problem on the shelf with other interesting ideas and come back to it later.
Damn Aussies get everywhere. So yeah, the chat should be working if you want to give it a try.
Come on.
I'm a coming, old man.
Here.
Also, I'm not sure that TeamSpeak is coming through very good quality on the stream.
Right here. There we go.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Get along now, laddie. Destroy that gun and no...
That probably doesn't matter, though.
It should be coming through okay. It's still not a thing, Dan.
Keep telling yourself that. As you properly set up an overlay and face cam and everything for it.
Overlay was working 15 minutes in Photoshop. And face cam I've had for a while. What the?
Yeah, but as I recall, it was in the other room, which means you had to go to the effort to go grab it, hook it all up.
In side. The team. I think you need to bring your TeamSpeak volume down a bit.
Okay.
I'm coming through really loud on TeamSpeak.
How's that? Any better? He says, then waiting for the delay.
Let's see. I just need to wait through to the delay. Ah! Guys?
Excuse us, we were testing things.
Guys,
Could you not?
Oh, time to take the long way around.
Yeah, it's Lost Coast.
Yep.
The area you're currently entering is called the Cliffside Arena. We were particularly happy with the vertical cliffside in Half-Life 1, and regretted that we didn't iterate further on that concept in Half-Life 2. Vertical space allows us to force the player to deal with threats from above and below. We find that players focus their view on the direction they're travelling, so by using a cliffside and having the player ascend it, we ensure that the player will look up and be prepared for enemies. If the player's path was to move past the bottom of the cliffside, it would be unlikely he would notice soldiers rappelling down from above. And dying from unknown threats never feels fair and certainly isn't fun.
Those guys weren't paying much attention.
No, they were. I was in the middle of a commentary node.
just look at that link that I've just put into TeamSpeak.
Don't even worry about it.
Ammunition depleted.
Ha! And I've just lost,
One of the features of our HDR solution is dynamic tone mapping. The easiest way to think about dynamic tone mapping is that it's a method of simulating the way the human eye reacts to light. In the real world, you've probably walked into a dark room and noticed your eye adjusting to the darkness.
Loading link.
Huh. I wondered if my phone had that system set up. It
Matt
does.
Robertson.
Yeah. Yeah, an eagle.
Yep.
In the game.
Yep.
Yeah. That's my name.
Ah.
Yeah.
And you're wanted.
Don't even worry about it, Uno. You know that chopper you heard earlier.
The eye.
One moment.
The courtyard in front of you is a space we call an arena. Arenas are built to hold the player for a period of time, and usually contain combat or some other challenge. They often have multiple entry points for enemies, along with a gate of some kind to prevent the player moving on, until the challenge has been completed. In this case, the arena is free of enemies until the player solves a puzzle and triggers an alarm. This is a method that allows the player to explore the arena and get a sense of its space before being forced to fight in it. It adds a sense of uneasiness to the player, who's expecting to be attacked now that they've reached the goal set for them at the start of the map. The break in the action here is also a crucial part of the level's pacing. It allows the player to recover and explore the world a little after being attacked on the way up the cliffside.
The source engine supports a wide variety of shaders. The refraction shader on the window here requires us to copy the scene to a texture, refract it, and then apply it to the window surface. To fully support HDR, every shader in the engine needed to be updated. So this refraction shader was improved to support the full range of contrast. If you viewed the sun through this window, it would be refracted correctly.
We wanted to transition from a bright, wide-open space into a tighter, closed one to showcase HDR's dynamic tone mapping. We also like to focus on contrasting elements in our settings, like ancient human architecture and futuristic combine technology. A monastery fit these requirements perfectly. Monasteries are generally isolated, unlit, and built ages ago. They provide a great backdrop for the contrasting combine technology. When we build fictional settings, we try to ground them by basing them off a real-world location. We use this location as a design constraint that forces a logical consistency behind the art choices.
Our games are filled with things we can...
I'm back. Also, Uno,
that the player's goal and the
it's nice
action
to know
required
that your
by
name
the
is
player
also in the
are both
seed,
fun. It's not hard to
because
create interesting
Anairin's
goals
name
for the
has
player,
not seen it
stopping
yet.
this machine from shelling the nearby
but we know
village,
that both his
but
first
the
and last
action
name
required
are
by
in
the
that
player to
seed.
solve the challenge
And I'm looking forward
needs to
to
be
the day
fun
when
as
I
well.
can screen cap it.
So instead of something menial, such as
and ask
hitting
him
an off
exactly
switch,
what about
the
you
player gets to use physics to jam the gun's mechanism and cause it to break.
I hating that chopper.
I'll be...
marks the end of the Lost Coast tour. This has been an experiment on our part to see if our community would find it interesting to learn more about our development process. As always, we're interested in your feedback. I can be reached at gaben, G-A-B-E-N, at valvesoftware.com. People like this will keep producing this kind of content for all of our games going forward. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, and when will that be, Gabe, huh? Over nothing. No one else? Now it moved enough that I can get down there.
You did it, lad. Come on with me to St. Olga. We'll celebrate this victory with a feast. I hope you like leeches. Hey, where you going? You're getting fuzzy around the edges. Well, I guess you got other places to be. Nice going, yeah.
So yeah, that works. Bye everyone.